Meghan Markle says she was the most trolled person in the world doing during a new mental health podcast with Prince Harry, talking to these young YouTuber, these young podcasters, these 15-year-old podcasters. It was almost unsurvivable. Meghan Markle says she was the most trolled person of 2019. 8 months of that, I wasn't even visible. I was on maternity leave or with a baby. No, she was out and about, constantly showing off her bump. Her bump was constantly changing sizes. She was constantly every day in the media. Here's something very interesting that Lady Colin Campbell said. On the Graham Norton's BBC podcast, Lady Colin Campbell said, I started writing that book because last year I knew privately that Meghan, with Harry's connivance, was getting up to all sorts of things in America that she was completely forbidden from doing as a royal. And that's the Meghan and Harry, the real story. Getting involved with commercial enterprises, flying kites in terms of politics because she's very political, and also instructing her PR people that they were to make her into the most famous person on earth. So there's a deliberate plan by Meghan to become the most famous person on earth. Quote, to be the most famous person on earth, it's a very deliberate policy, and it has to involve a tremendous amount of controversy. Otherwise, you're just not that famous. So Meghan is seeking controversy. She's seeking it. Okay, Piers hits out at her. He mocks Meghan Markle for claiming she's the most trolled. And he says, in his rant, Piers explained that Meghan 39 had gotten the data incorrect, as he was aware that Adele was the most trolled celebrity. He then returned to discussing the most trolled famous faces. He noted Gemma Collins was second and Meghan third. She got more trolling than Trump and me. I believe Piers is fourth. Okay, so this is just in the UK. So Meghan is third. Adele is number one. Gemma Collins is number two. Meghan is number three. Piers Morgan is number four. I believe Trump is number five. Why did Adele get so much trolling? Because she lost a lot of weight. She was, very heavy, and this very famous singer, and so an inspiration for a lot of overweight people. And then she went and lost a whole bunch of weight. And they're very upset at her because now she's not an inspiration for overweight people anymore. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So Meghan says she's the most trolled person in the world. Objectively, that's not a fact. Gemma Collins is number two. Adele is number one. Interestingly, both Jenna Collins and Adele, and this is in the UK, were trolled because of weight issues. Number four is Piers Morgan. I think number five is Donald Trump, but Donald Trump gets a whole lot of trolling worldwide. So anyway, here is, I think Meghan, Lady Colin Campbell makes the point that Meghan's goal is to be as controversial as possible, okay, in order to be world famous. Here she is talking to Gloria Steinem. Pretty controversial. Here she is trolling Harry. What a horrible picture, and yet she posted it on Instagram. Here she is kind of forcing, look at the body language, just really crap body language. They're not touching, they're not close. He's leaning away from her. But here she is forcing Harry to do the most controversial thing he can do, which is come out in support of Donald Trump. And this is election meddling. This is a foreign person meddling in the U.S. elections. And yeah, it makes you aggrieved. So let's take a look at this and see what we can find out. So Lady Colin Campbell says that it was Meghan's stated intention to be the most famous person in the world. Let's just take a look at that. Let's do a mini Celtic and see what the cards want to tell us about that. Meghan Markle's goal to be the most famous person in the world. And you can't be really famous unless you're really controversial. And that's the quote. So Meghan Markle's goal to be the most famous person in the world. Wow. See what the cards want to tell us about this. It's Meghan's goal to be the most famous person in the world. So, two spades, broken chalice, okay, creating conflict. Words that create conflict and division, divide and conquer, okay, dividing people. Okay, identity politics is all about dividing people by the color of their skin, and yet they're claiming it's not racist. I mean, if that's not racist, what is? Dividing people by the color of their skin? Earthquake and trying, so dividing people, very divisive words and actions leading to complete destruction. So her path to fame is complete anarchy, to completely destroy the existing world order. Man, this could be Harry or this could be direct action, and roses. Roses, she wants to, they're always virtue signaling, virtuous. Okay, they're always the good guy. We're for murdering babies, but we're the good guys. We're rioting and burning things down and destroying businesses, but we're the good people. It's because you're the bad people. So that's what the three hearts is about. Let's see, 9 diamonds, ace of spades, Mercury straight razor, inheritance, snake, and incubus succubus. Okay, vengeful in the situation, bad relationships in the royal family, cutting words against the royal family, very vengeful and working to harm the royal family. So, okay, that's interesting. This is an interesting read. So it's Meghan Markle's goal to be the most famous person in the world. So how is she doing this? By dividing and destroying the existing situation. She's going to always play that she's perfect and sweet, and she's constantly attacking the royal family. So her plan for becoming the most famous person in the world is to attack, and then she's always claiming that people are attacking her or trolling her. So let's look at Meghan and Harry. Is Meghan deliberately putting Harry in positions to have him attacked? Because she's trying to be controversial. Okay, and by forcing Harry, and Harry looked very uncomfortable. He looked uncomfortable sitting next to Meghan. He looked uncomfortable making political statements against Donald Trump and interfering in the election. He looked very uncomfortable. So is she deliberately putting Harry in positions so that he'll be attacked? I mean, specifically like the Time 100 speech, Meghan and Harry. Is she deliberately trying to get Harry attacked? Meghan, Harry. Is Meghan deliberately trying to get Harry attacked, put him in front of the firing squad? An ongoing, a systematic approach and solid cornerstone. 9 and 8, 17, 5 hearts, 2 5s. She's very reactive to circumstances. Scapegoat. Scapegoat is the card of blame. Yeah. Oh, an angel. So he's being an angel. What's over here on Harry's side? Trinity working with her in the world, 11 and angel, and 11, 11, 22, 6 diamonds. So he's an angel working with her in the world. He's just following her around like a lost puppy. So scapegoat is mirroring angel. She is putting everything on him. She blames everyone but herself. She makes sure she never is accountable for anything, even the stuff that she directly does. Strength and karmic shift. A very strong change, working for a very big change. Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds, and Four-Leaf Clover. Queen of Diamonds, Player and Fox are very similar energies. They're both after something. So she's convinced Harry, this is Harry, this is Meghan. The Fox is a more mature energy than the Player, but they're very similar energies. She has convinced Harry that this is what he wants, but she's throwing him under the bus. So let's see, 23 plus 4, 27 cross. So because of the marriage, he's going along with it because of the marriage. He feels he's a loyal person, and I think he's probably very loyal to his friends. And normally he would be loyal to his family, but she's turned him away. So the question I asked, is she deliberately trying to be, is she deliberately putting Harry in positions to get him attacked? Because that's what it looks like. She is blaming him. But it's about changing the world. She has a very strategic plan, and she's got him on board. He's going to be hurt by this. She's not going to be hurt by this. So it's not specifically about getting him attacked. It's about changing the world, and she's going to use anyone in her situation. Harry is closest to her, so she's going to use him the most and hurt him the most. She's happy to blame him, but that's not the point. Is not blaming him. The point is to break the internet, to create change. So is Meghan deliberately trying to be as controversial as possible? Okay, because she's constantly complaining that people are trolling her, attacking her, criticizing her. She sues everybody. So is she deliberately trying to be as controversial as possible? Devil. No. Executioner is a master plan. The executioner is extremely organized. Woman with a master plan to shut it all down. Let's see. 25, 34, 9 diamonds. Woman with the master plan to put a stop to everything. Stop and restrict. What do we have underneath? We have cross, handcuffs, and devil. The devil is evil. Okay, so the executioner is very organized, and the devil is capricious and angry, and so a marriage. So the spine of this committed to a spine of evil and destruction and violence. She is actually, her goal is actually to destroy the existing world order. She wants to completely destroy America. She wants to destroy the West. She wants to completely destroy it, put a full stop to it, completely destroy it. So she would want to destroy the monarchy, the UK and England, Western society, the patriarchy, which we don't live in a patriarchy, we live in a matriarchy, in case you haven't noticed. Yeah. So her thing. So the question I asked is: she deliberately trying to be as controversial as possible? She's part of a master plan to destroy the existing world order. Is Meghan really as hypersensitive to criticism as she pretends, or her constant complaints, bigotry, sexism, you're picking on me, you're trolling me, is this all just part of the plan? That just gives her more attention. She's being controversial, and then people criticize her, which is, she wants all of this. All media, all press is good press. Is she really hypersensitive, or is she just, this is the plan? In the middle, we have Water Under Wine, the most emotional card, ruler of the emotions. She's ruling over the emotions and imposing her will on the emotions. 20, 30 in everything material, 8 diamonds. So she is on the surface. I'm asking about her hypersensitivity. She is, everything is emotions. She's constantly working the emotions. So with men, she's always putting her hands on them. She's the sexual savant, putting her hands on men and just, bringing them to an emotional place, out of a rational place. She doesn't want you to think rationally about her. Help me, help me. She was very feminine and with Piers Morgan and duped him into wanting to help her, and he was helping her, and then she just dumped him. He just felt like there was an iron fist underneath all that soft exterior, which I think a lot of people feel that. So she's really manipulating with the emotions. Yeah, she's imposing her will with the emotions. What's underneath? Home, Scourge, and 6 diamonds. So lots of people cards here. And the key is so she's manifesting this. Is she really hypersensitive? No, she's doing this on purpose. And she's constantly creating conflict among the people, among all the people. Okay, so this is not showing hypersensitivity to criticism. This is showing that this is all the plan. This is the plan. So the plan is conflict. The plan is controversy. The plan is actually to destroy everything. And this is what people talk about with like the globalists, like George Soros and the Clintons. They're actually trying to destroy everything so that they can rebuild it in the image that they want, where they have all the money, all the power, and the people are essentially enslaved. We're very close to that. I mean, if you look at the tax system in the United States, the original tax system, which we went to war over, the War of Independence, I think the taxes were like 1% and only on the wealthy. And we went to war over this and we became independent. We became the United States of America. What are the taxes now? I mean, the taxes in California are like 70%. I mean, crazy, crazy. Okay, and nobody's going to war over it. And they want, Biden and Kamala Harris and Ocasio-Cortez, they just want those taxes to be higher and higher and higher. I mean, we've lost, they've enslaved us through taxes and mortgages. All right. And in Japan, they have 90-year mortgages. Okay, we still have just 30-year mortgages. But that's slavery. So is it Meghan's goal to be the most famous person in the world? We're just reading around that. Her goal is to divide and conquer and destroy everything. And she's all about attacking the royal family. Here, this is all attacks on the royal family. Okay, so she feels the best thing she can do is attack the royal family, which she swore she wouldn't do it. I find this interesting. Meghan and Harry says, oh, we're not going to attack the royal family or do anything against them. And they finally said that after all they did was attack the royal family. And the plan in the near future is to attack the royal family. Inheritance can also just be the very established order. Okay, working to destroy and attack and speak against the established order, which she's obviously doing. All the BLM stuff, all the riots. She's definitely speaking constantly against the existing order. And the basketball people, they had BLM everywhere. They had the lowest ratings for their finals in 40 years. Everybody hates it. Okay, and they've just come out and said, okay, we're going to take all that stuff off because people don't like that. They just want to watch basketball. Meghan and Harry, is she deliberately putting Harry in positions to get him attacked? That's not really what it's about. She definitely could not care less if he is attacked. He's being the angel. She's all about changing things, and she has a clever plan, and she's got him on board. They think they're being very clever. So it's not specifically about putting him in bad situations so that the negative focus is on him and not on her. But she's not averse to doing that. We have the scapegoat here. She does that to everybody. Okay, is she deliberately trying to be as controversial as possible? She has a master plan to. She's actually trying to destroy everything by any means. The devil will do anything. The executioner is very organized. So she's part of she's part of the globalist plan to destroy everything. That sounds really nefarious, but that's what the cards are saying. Is Meghan really hypersensitive? As she's always suing everybody, she's always complaining. No, she's not. This is all manifested. This is the plan. The more she complains, the more she's in the news, the more controversial she is, and the more people criticize her, and then she complains about it, and then they attack. It's just a constant feedback loop, and she's doing this on purpose. Attention, 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 attention. She's just constantly clamoring for attention through emotional narrative. She's never going to say anything rational. This is why I dislike Greta Thunberg so much, because it's just an emotional narrative. I don't want children telling us to make huge changes to our everything because of their feelings. I want to know about the facts, and the things that they're saying, everything's going to be over in 14 months, everything's going to be over in 10 years. It's just not coming true. And Al Gore said that before. That's just manipulation. It's emotional manipulation. So, yeah. So she's got really a master plan. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.